Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a faithful follower of Christ, and this is CarniVLOG number 16. Feeling my best, being my own parent, and my Mennonite hardware haul. I am so happy to gobble up some beef jerky that I just now got in this Mennonite hardware store. Hang on, can you give me just a minute and I will see if I can make my screen look better. Time out. If I had elevator music, I'd play it now. Is that better? Maybe a little. I'm so happy to eat this beef jerky, or this beef, no, I'm going to be more specific. Let's work backwards. I'll start with my Mennonite hardware haul. I am making a 3-year commitment to God, something He asked me to do. I'll go into the details another day. It starts July 1st, 2022, and it runs through the end of June, 2025. So, naturally, I bought myself 11 100-day countdown calendars. 11, because 365 times 3 is 1,095. Naturally, if I have 11 countdown calendars, well, then I'm going to need a large nail to nail these on my bedroom wall. So I went into my handy dandy local Mennonite hardware. These guys are great. They know me. I love these people. They're so helpful. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that comes in there asking for the things I ask for, like a giant nail. They didn't have a nail, they had a screw. This will work. While I was in there, I was talking to a nice man, a much older Mennonite in a little wheelchair kind of deal, and he was cracking up asking me why I was buying this. So I told him, and I asked him to pray for me. Anyways, we chatted for long enough that I came down the aisle. I would have normally come down a different aisle to get to the checkout to get in here because I've got a kid with me. What are you eating?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? Mary, we don't eat sugar. Mary? Pearl? I would have normally come down one aisle to pay. But because I talked to this man, I came down a different aisle that was further out of my way. And what did I see at the tail end of this aisle? You guys, carnivores. A 50-pound bag of Redmond's real salt. I thought my eyes were deceiving me. No, it was real. Now, it was $100. I don't know how much it weighed. It was probably 50 pounds. I don't know. Smaller than dog food, but more dense, so probably still 40 or 50 pounds of salt. But then I noticed that they had this size. Redmond's real salt. I think I get this online for like $12. He only charged me $8. So that's part of my haul. 2 of those, I got 2 of these bags, and I'm cracking up. I asked the guy there, I said, what in the world? Redmond's real salt? I said, I'm on this special diet, and they have this special salt, and I've only ever bought it online. I said, why? This is right down from my house, by the way. I said, why do you guys sell this? Like, I was thinking, is there some, this is farm country. In fact, this hardware store is like farm. It's farm supplies. I'm pretty sure I'm one of very few people that walk in there to get lots of things for like behavioral modification. He said, oh, well, we get it. He said, we don't order it often. It doesn't exactly fly off the shelf. It's not a quick seller, it doesn't move quick. But he said, people just prefer that to regular iodized salt. And I said, well, fantastic. So now I might run right down the road to get Redmond's real salt. I consider these things affirmation, little bits of like meat crumbs, if you will. God telling me, keep going, keep going, keep going. You're doing right. You're doing good. It's just so funny and amazing to me that I would be talking to an older, elderly Mennonite man and then go down an aisle I wouldn't have gone down, and then at the tail end of that find myself some Redmond's real salt. Glenn, you're my local neighbor. Lisa K, Kathy, y'all, here you go. Mennonite hardware. Let's get this Redmond's to fly off the shelf, and then they'll keep buying it. Or not. It'll probably last long enough that we can come in here and get it whenever. Lasts long enough. I guess so. It's ancient fine sea salt that they mine out of what used to be an ocean that's now underwater. I'm pretty sure it's not going to go bad anytime soon. Like a million more years. Okay, let me show you what else I got. And again, I am so happy to eat because speaking of Mennonite, had some Mennonite girls come over to my house this morning and help me. And trust me, I am in this dress, but up underneath the ponytail. And, well, let me put it this way. We worked. These girls came and helped me so much, and we broke a sweat, and I was feeding them beef sticks because I was like, you know, you need to keep your electrolytes. Did you all know? And they're like, yes, we know, because you sweat out all the salt. Because they work. These girls, they can help me when they're done picking produce out of their fields. And I was just telling them and showing them no salt and talking about potassium and magnesium. Because I said, oh yeah, if your salt gets too low, that can be, I'm pretty sure, deadly. It's a bad deal. So we don't want to sweat out all our salt. But most people that eat carbohydrates are not in so much of a pickle there because they're hanging on to water, which holds on to some salt. If you are eating carnivore and you are not eating carbohydrates and you are not retaining water, make sure you're getting enough salt, especially if it's hot and sunny and you're sweating. So we sweat. And I had to fling on something, and my jeans are tight. It's very, very hot out, so I did not want denim to run to the bank with Greg and sign off on our loan for this house and get everything automated. Hallelujah. Praise God. We are so excited to be done meeting with the bank. Ooh, okay. Anyways, I worked and I worked and I worked, and I broke the fast with two old hard-boiled eggs that I found in my refrigerator at 1:45 p.m. I grabbed 2 old hard-boiled eggs, put a bunch of Redmond's real salt on them, and ran out the door, put this makeup on my way to the bank. Here's my point. My point is, I broke the fast with 2 hard-boiled eggs, but I'm so happy to find here again at this Mennonite hardware store. Susan Miller, come visit me. I will take you here and treat you to this stuff. I found some carnivore-friendly beef sticks that are not beef. They're not just beef sticks. Let me tell you, if I'm going to buy a beef stick from a gas station, I'm going to make sure that sugar, like dextrose, is at least ingredient number 4. Never in the top 3. Most, if you look at them, most beef sticks, most beef jerky, most meat, beef sticks and beef jerky, it says beef sugar. Some of them say beef sugar, brown sugar. It's like 2 of the top 3 are sugar. A lot of them say beef and then pork. And I am only doing beef, butter, bacon, eggs, sardines, and liver every once in a while. So beef, butter, bacon, eggs. So I want to find the ones, and there are a few, but I have to dig around and find them, that say beef, water, salt. Let me show you. Beef, water, salt, dextrose, spices, sugar, sodium, erythorbate, lactic acid, starter culture, sodium nitrate. Now, wouldn't I just love it if that's all it was? Beef, water, and salt. And I can get that at home, which is why I'm increasingly motivated to eat from home. But for the sake of not getting too hungry, I'm going to go ahead and ingest all that as well. But I'm happy that it's not in ingredient number 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so I got 2 of these, and then check this out. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I've never seen this. Beef and bacon, look at that. And they had a bunch of these. They had a bunch of different things. Beef, the top ingredients, beef, bacon, water, salt. I'm good to go. Beef and bacon, what a treat. Again, all from the Mennonite hardware store that is literally right down the road from my house. I get all my meat and cheese from, other than butchered cattle, from this little Mennonite grocery store next door. Okay, that was my hardware haul. I got the screw that I need to screw 11 100-day calendars to my wall. I'm gonna go through and add a 1 and a 0, and then finally a 1, or oh my gosh, it's gonna take me a long time. I'm gonna add a 1 and a 0, and then a 9, and then an 8, and a 7. And I am going to tear off a page a day for 1,095 days. I'll make a video someday called 1,095 Days Left and explain that. But for now, I just want you to know I got this. I got some beef sticks and bacon sticks and 2 things of Redmond's real salt. Wow. Again, affirmation, little meat crumbs. God telling me, at least for now, he wants me heading in this direction. He might have me pivot, and if I do, I'll tell you. Okay. Let's work backwards. Being my own parent. Nope, now I'm going to tell you the first thing. Feeling my very best. Some people on carnivore, I hear a lot of people actually say, yes, I eat dairy, yes, I eat this, but I feel my best when, fill in the blank. And they say, yes, I do OMAD, or yes, I do 2MAD, 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day, but I feel my best when. I am so happy to report I am feeling my best. I'm feeling so good. And to take the option of restaurants and tons of variety off the table, I am reaching the goal I was wanting to reach recently, which is, can you all see this horse and buggy behind me? Oh, it's a tiny little miniature horse. I want my food to be fuel to the point that it's scoops of dog food and fish flakes. And if you'll notice, dogs and fish never get tired of it. I never get tired of what I'm eating. It's so delicious. I worked so hard yesterday, and at 8:30 at night I went over to my mother-in-law's and got in her basement freezer where we stored a bunch of our beef. At one point we were selling our own beef. That didn't last. Mary, roll that window up, please. I got a bunch of steaks and came home and cooked myself 2 ribeyes late last night, and they were so delicious. When you're really, really hungry, I'll speak for myself, I cannot think of anything more satiating than a steak. And I'm to that point now. I am feeling my best. My food is absolutely like my scoops of dog food or my fish flakes. It's the same thing every day. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can chop up bacon, put it in ground beef, and have kind of like a big bowl. I told my mom, if I'm watching a movie, that's my popcorn. A big bowl of really crispy, delicious ground beef with bacon, crispy bacon sprinkled in it. If I want something comforting late at night, I'll make my egg pop soup. Just some eggs that I cracked slowly into boiling water with some vinegar so that they don't spread apart, they stay together better. Scoop them into a bowl. Don't leave them in there long enough. Let the yolk stay runny. Put a little bit of water, pop the yolk, and it's like egg drop soup. That late at night, a big bowl of that. I almost, several nights a week have a bunch of bacon as like a before bed snack, which is like my dessert. But I just wanted to share with you, I'm feeling my best eating this way. And I wasn't feeling well yesterday because I had a very busy 4 days of traveling. And yesterday when I wasn't feeling well, I thought, I want a burrito and chips and salsa and cheese dip, and I just want to stuff myself with a tortilla filled with rice and refried beans and sauce and cheese. Wah. And I called Greg and I was like, is this even working? Is this whole carnivore thing even working? He had the most perfect response, cracked up laughing. Is this working? Yes. I have not eaten sugar or flour for 70-something days now. I couldn't binge the way I used to if I wanted to, and especially now that it's just beef, butter, bacon, eggs, sardines, and liver, I'm not binging on texture, okay? Soft, creamy cheese. No, none of that. Drinking thick, sweet, heavy whipping cream. None of that. Crunching on crunchy pork rinds dipped in cold, creamy sour cream. None of that. Look, my brain, it was still engaging in the binge part of my addiction, which is legit. There's dopamine release just thinking about binging, or dopamine release just thinking about gambling, whatever it is you're addicted, whatever it is anybody's addicted to, it's dopamine releasing, which means it's dopamine down regulating, which is why I got off Facebook in 2009, because I had too much dopamine down regulation there. I could tell it took more and more and more for me to get the hit I was looking for. Meanwhile, I had two little kids that were like, Mommy, look. And I'm like, hang on, I need to look at this person's pictures of that person's pictures of that person. No, done. Never looked back. Sober. Greg cracked up. He said, Emily, yes, this is working. So I rested, and then I ate 2 ribeyes. Fantastic. I want to share that I'm feeling my very best. And with Karen, I texted her yesterday. I said, yes, there are times that my brain wants. Can I see your wrapper? Where's your wrapper? I just want to use your wrapper as an example of something I might want every once in a while. How about I just use your face? Do you have any chocolate on your face? Let me see.
I have fruit.
You do have fruit. Okay, that will work. There's fruit and chocolate. Yes, every once in a while my brain wants those things. In CarniVLOG number 15, my brain was screaming for them. But that's when I become my own parent, and I tell myself, no. It's very simple. It's as simple as that. It's gotten to the point where it's as simple as no. And I have a little bonus. You're going to thank me for this. You parents out there with kids that are asking you, but why not? I realized on kid 4 or 5 or 3, I don't remember, somewhere in the parenting, all that reproducing we did for years, somewhere in there, I realized I don't have to answer all those questions. And my kids know there's a big difference between asking me a question and questioning me. So imagine your brain and your addiction is like a child. If it's like, why not? I don't have to answer you. I don't have to answer that question. Don't feel like you have to answer all their questions. Yes, if they want to know, why did God make the sky blue? Those are sweet. They're honestly asking. But if they're like, why not? I tell them, I'm not going to answer that question. That's what I've been able to do with my brain lately. It wants something it doesn't need, and I parent myself. And I quickly tell my brain, no. And my brain is getting the message. That's it. CarniVLOG number 16. My hardware haul. I wanted to report I'm feeling my best. I am amazed at how steady my energy is. Carbohydrates are a roller coaster. Highs and lows. Eating this way is the highway. Steady. And I'm getting an enormous amount of work done. Thank you for your prayers. I've reached out to many of you. In fact, I almost made a video recently that said, have I told you lately? I want to tell you now, thank you for praying for me. I have a mantra that I live by. I have everything I need to do everything God is telling me to do. I have everything I need to do everything God is telling me to do. Telling me what? I have everything I need to do everything that God is telling me to do. And I like to use the word apparently. And sort of in retrospect, deduct. I have you, which means apparently I need you. And I have no doubt that I need you. Thank you to the ones of which that I've actually reached out personally. Thank you for any of your love and support. I'm sure many of you are praying for me that I'm not aware of. Your prayers are being answered, and I have been able to get lots of work done for the kingdom. There it is, that tiny horse. That's a grown man and a small horse. oftentimes I see little bitty kids and little bitty horses on the highway. That's it. Hardware haul. I'm feeling my best. And I've been my own parent. Telling myself no. Simple as that. Pearl, Mary, what do you guys want to add? You want to say anything?
Don't get tempted to chocolate.
Well, they don't really get to choose whether they get tempted or not, but if they do get tempted, don't do what?
Eat it.
Amen. That's it. I love you dearly. We'll talk again soon.